Now an interesting question would be the following. If I change this to max and this to 27, and then I log out if another person is equal to person, and they do have the exact same fields and so on, what would you expect to happen? We get false. Well, maybe it's because we used new object here. So what is if I simply copy this person here, name it person1, and I'll quickly check if person1 is equal to person. So now it's exactly the same notation. It looks exactly the same. We should get true, I think. So let's see. We still get false. That we're using reference types here. We're creating a new object here and we store this in memory. And we get back a pointer pointing to this object. Here, we also create a value, an object, and we store this in memory too. It's not the same storage place as this one since a new object was created. We know that it is exactly the same, but JavaScript doesn't. And it's good that it doesn't, because imagine we were to add a field here to this object. All of a sudden it wouldn't be the same anymore and we would change this object too, even though it has no relation to it. So it's a good thing that we have two different places in memory to store it. So therefore we have two different places in memory and we got two different pointers pointing to different places in memory. And therefore if we compare both objects, we're actually comparing the pointers here, right? Because remember that for reference types, we only store the pointer in the variable, not the value itself. And the pointers point to different locations and therefore they are not equal, which is why we get false. So I hope this is clear how objects are reference types and how that influences what the variables actually hold.